Hey guys, and welcome back to Become a God. This is Season 5. Last season we only had 4 episodes, but we did a lot of Will It Work using Day of the Dragons and Magda. There's a lot of experimentations with different decks. But for this episode, I'm going to be kicking things off with a little bit of a treat. I have a deck that I climbed from rank 9 to rank 4 with very little problems at all. I ran into maybe 2 losses along the way. One was against Mino Caro, the other I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but I've been having massive success with this deck. And I have to hand it to a player named Endorian. If I hadn't played against Endorian with some other decks I was trying, I would never have built this deck because it gave me some inspiration. So basically, this is just a mid-range deck using powerful blue and green cards, and the whole idea is basically you get a lot of value because your creatures are quite cheap and you get good stats from them. So Mystic Beast and the Ancient Boar are both 4/5, so 3 Faeria, one has dash, one has jump, very good value there. The change to the Rainforest Explorer just makes it more consistent, makes it more reliable than it once was. So this can become a 4 Faeria 4/6. That's really good stats, guys. 4/6 for 4 Faeria is incredible. And the deck packs a lot of power-ups as well. So we have 6 copies of event power-ups, Runin's Guidance and Elderwood's Embrace. We also have Frog Tosser, we have Shifting Octopus as well, because we do want to make sure those Ancient Boars can come down for cheap. But we also have the Crystal Flower instead of Frogify. Frogify is way too expensive for this deck, so I've added Crystal Flower instead, and so far it's been incredible. It's been absolutely insane, and there's been some discussion on my streams recently about Crystal Flower between top competitors in the game, and it's definitely shown its power level in this deck when I've been testing. So let's get to it, guys. Let's see how this deck performs. Alright guys, into our first game. We're going against Lizard, Budget Lizard, so this is Superb Lizard's alt account, using it to get to high god rank with multiple accounts just to secure that spot. There's going to be a desert. Now, I don't often start with lakes with this deck. I've been starting with forests a lot more, but I decided to keep this just because it just felt like a very powerful opener. I like getting forests down the bottom generally because I'm gearing up to get the Mystic Beast land, like in one of these spots. It's quite important because Mystic Beast basically isn't usable apart from a trigger for the Ancient Boar getting cheaper if it isn't built on a well. And it looks like my opponent is deciding to move to the right hand side with the archers. Is this Pew Pew? Lizard, are you gonna Pew Pew right now? It's pretty cool. Okay. So we're going to take a more aggressive line going forward, and the reason is because I need to really start applying pressure as soon as possible. I can go lake here into Mystic Beast. We might see Desert Flashwind. No, it's going to be a Fanatic instead of Flashwind in Soul Drain and Pew. Okay, that's fine. Has to be expected. And another Archer. So we've got a lot of Archers here, just ready to fight. So Mystic Beast, 4/5 for 3 Faeria with jump. It's pretty good, not gonna lie. I might even just dash Mystic Boar down here so we can start collecting off the bottom well. And at least that means we're getting some Faeria as well, if this Mystic Beast gets answered. But I have a Mystic Beast to follow up, which is pretty good. And if my opponent decided to say, I don't know, double neutral here, jump, collect, Soul Drain, clear, or clear with Wind Soldier, is actually really good value for us, simply because of the cost. This costs free, and then obviously the Wind Soldier costs free as well. And that would be 6 Faeria. This already has value out the gift, but you know, Mystic Beast is going to get a strong trade there, depending on what comes down. So Island Ranger, getting that campfire, okay. But not using it. So we're going to take a forest. We are going to. Oh, I might have to Crystal Flower these guys. And it's probably going to be this one if it's going to be anything. I can clear this, but Lizard has set up a good kind of like good board control here with these archers. You can see the like lines of sight here, then you've got here and here. So if I was to jump here, and clear this, the archer would still take care of it. Do I Crystal Flower? 4 Faeria on a 2 Faeria creature seems a bit absurd, but I am in a position where I want to clear this safely. So Crystal Flower is going to come down this turn. It also protects my boar, which is quite nice. So this has no power right now, and we're going to go for another Mystic Beast. Lots of pressure at the top here, and this is one of the primary strengths of the deck. Just cheap, strong creatures, good stats, cheap cost. You know, get good value out of them. This is kind of like value mid-range, I guess is the best way to put it, because I'm just capitalizing on like power-ups, cheap creatures, cheap soft removal. Like 4 Faeria, swallow a guy, it's pretty good, you know, pretty good rate on that one. Probably see a Soul Drain come here, maybe a Wind Soldier just to clear it out. I haven't actually played against much yellow with this. Played against red, I played against other green blues, I played against Rush, I played against yellow Rush, I haven't played against much yellow Archers or yellow Tempo. This deck did surprisingly well against red combat, because everything's so cheap. It's just like, oh, you killed my guy, I'll just play another one for free Fairy, and now you have to deal with this one with 5 life. And if you just drop Elderwood Embraces on it and stuff, it becomes a bit of a problem. And once Frog Tosser gets going, once I draw a Frog Tosser, the game is going to completely change to my favor. I'm going to be able to Frog Tosser this Archer, and then I'm going to have a Frog that can challenge the Outland Ranger. And speak of the devil, Frog Tosser just making an appearance here. How are you doing, Frog Tosser? We're actually going to jump across. I'm going to make an aggressive forest here, so I can play an aggressive Frog Tosser and clear this out. Now I do know there's a campfire in my opponent's hand. That is something I'm aware of, and I'm already in anticipation of it because of the Emperor's Command. So if this gets campfired and clears my frog, I can Emperor's Command it, finish it off, push another 8 damage, and go from there. Now my only concern really is I'm not in a good collection position. I'm really being aggressive here, and playing aggro doesn't always give you the luxury of resources, and that's the situation I'm in now. And I'm very used to being in a very good position with resources because my creatures have such high life. So getting like a Rainforest Explorer in between the wells has done very, very good for me, simply because it's got 6 life. Like how are you going to kill that without hard removal or like a transform? And even then, even a transform demands an extra piece of removal to finish it off. And like I said, I've anticipated this with the Emperor's Command. Emperor's Command was an interesting choice for me because I was looking for another combat trick that wasn't a power-up. And Emperor's Command just was the best option. That's what a Flash Wind here, going into a Wind Soldier, clearing out my Frog Tosser. Okay. Is the little beast gonna live? So my best draw now is just another boar or another beast, because then I can +1, play boar or beast, and then just command this down. This might be a Colossus. Colossus is a little bit of a problem. But I can kind of reset things. Yeah, it's going to be a Colossus. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So this didn't dash. Huh. It didn't dash. Why? So the problem that I have without dashing here is the Colossus can't actually hit this if I move to this position without some help, which I feel is a big problem. So I've left my board down here for a while to take care of this, but I don't think I care anymore. I don't know. No, let's double neutral because I can play a Rainforest Explorer here. We'll Emperor's Command this, and we'll just hit for another 4. So now this Colossus is abandoned and requires additional tricks in order to get close to my beast. Now, unless Lizard has imagined a Flash Wind off the top of the bat, just foreseen it, a bit of foresight there, or maybe like a Kaleem's training, I should be okay. I should be in a pretty decent position. And if I draw another power-up, I just kill the Colossus with the Beast. We're both very low on Faeria, but I'm the one applying pressure. So this plays best for me so far. Oh wow, and so now I could even Woody. I could just Woody this. I could +1 Wood Elemental here to lock this in. And then Elderwood this and hit for another 6 and just set up lethal. That seems pretty good to me. So yeah, just setting up lethal with the Beast. I do play into Nightmare. Which is a little unfortunate, but I'm willing to roll the dice. I'm willing to see exactly what I can get away with here. So Empress Command for heals. Nope, and that's going to be it. We're going to seal the deal with a Mystic Beast, taking that aggressive standpoint. And that's what mid-range is all about, right? Early board control into kind of mid-late game aggression. And then we go. My win streak is still continuing from when I hit rank 5. Rank 4, sorry. Things are going pretty well for this deck so far. Let's get into another game. Alright guys, against another Titan here. We've just defeated Superb Lizard. Now we have to play against Teddy. He's rank 3, so probably one of the first gods of the season. So hello to you, Teddy. I'm sorry if I missed my greetings on Lizard earlier. I do apologize, dude, if I did. But Teddy and I were having Teddy and I did talk a lot about Blue Jump. And I think we both, by the looks of both, have come to the conclusion that Blue Jump isn't quite there at the moment. And this could be Sack. Maybe this is green, yellow Sack. I'm not sure. Bone Collector could indicate Sack. It could indicate Salamander decks. I'll have to see what's happening. Mono green, perhaps? You never know. It's going to be a Willow. Not really a Sack card, but yeah, well, let's see what's up. Maybe some kind of mono green list. And just another thing to point out as well, the reason I also like starting Forest with this deck is because this gets 5 life early. Which I feel is actually a big deal. You can get this 5 life early, which enables the Ancient Boar. Always a good thing. Right, we're going to take the lake, and we're going to go into a jump-in, shifting Octopus. And the plan is just to scare the Bone Collector. We're just saying to the Bone Collector, you know what, you have to respect my jump. You need to shimmy back into that position unless you want to invest some power-ups. It's going to be a mountain. So this is probably the Salamander variant, of including the Bone Collector. Could be tricolor. There could be a few things going on actually. But yeah, we'll just go up here. And yeah, look at this, 4/6 for 4 Faeria. That value, guys. This deck's all about the value. Loving the value. Now we're in a position to strike with the Octopus. This Bone Collector cannot get out of the way. So I'm curious to see what Teddy has in hand. It's going to be a Rakoan Reveler into an Elemental, perhaps? Into a Tephra. That's value. Bigger value than I've got right now. All about that value, right? Okay. Let's look at this. We have double power up. So that's going to be 5 Faeria. I can clear out the Reveler. Going to give a massive refund. See, the problem is this gets powered up. So I could double neutral across and clear this first. The one thing I don't like so much is the positioning, because I'd like to be able to play a boar as well. But I guess I could go for a beast. I think a beast would be fine. It's going to use all our Faeria, and like I said, our opponent's going to get a pretty big refund. We double neutral across, we jump over, clear the Bone Collector, double power up to 8, kill this, go for the beast. And then the beast can finish off Tephra, and then we just have this massive creature roaming and causing trouble. Yep, power up, into Mystic Beast. A lot of pressure in that turn. Got a big body in the 8/6, so it can challenge a lot of creatures that could come down. Mystic Beast and the combination of the Shift and Octopus is just enough to finish this off, which I think I'm fine with. I'm fine throwing these two creatures away. This got value anyway. It was able to collect, and it was able to clear a Bone Collector. Mystic Beast is just cheap, which I talked about in a previous match. It's cheap creature. Don't really care about it that much. If it can clear stuff that are bigger threats like Tephra, then that's fine. So Tephra gonna take the clear on the Octopus. Maybe go for another Bone Collector. Nice insurance there. Going into an Explorer, so even Teddy's, you know, busting out the Explorers here. 5/5 for 4 Faeria, good value. Very good value. Let's take a draw. Probably going to go for the board this turn. Another Octopus. Okay, that's interesting. Right, we'll clear that. That was the plan all along. If we move here, there's no Salamander shenanigans outside of a power-up, which makes them trade anyway. So yeah, let's just get here, and then we can play a Rainforest Explorer. We're gonna move this up. Try and slot this into double collection. Actually, I could have went for Boar there. I think Boar was a little better because I can play Rainforest Explorer on the neutrals, which is also another massive benefit of these Explorer cards. Being able to play on neutrals allows you to play more aggressively if you need to in this deck. So some things I've done in the past, a bit similar to this, I've built into the wells, you know, getting that double collection, very important for mid-range decks. And then eventually I'm just like, right, I want to apply pressure. I'll just slap some double neutrals around this area and drop a Rainforest Explorer. Now, good solid 4/6 creature. And yeah, these neutral tiles then become very important for applying that pressure. So we are going to see a Salamander set up. Going for the Horsemaster and then a Salamander in the center here. And these will trade, which I'm absolutely fine with. No, he's going for the Gift of Krakoa. Oof. Oof. Big boy. Alright. I don't really want to throw this under the bus. Frog Toss is a bit weird, because Frog Tosser just puts my frog in a vulnerable spot. I'd rather these two trade. It's a tricky one. Maybe I do just trade these off. And then play like a 5/5, one of these. Could take a draw. If I'm not Frog Tosser in this turn, I could take a draw. I don't want a Frog Tosser. It doesn't seem good to me. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's get this ball into a good position here. We'll take the trade. We'll move this up in anticipation of using the Elderwood Embrace to finish this off. Cause I'd rather power up a Wood Elemental than like superpower a boar. But then again, I haven't seen any flowers. You know, this just looks like green-red to me, so maybe powering up a boar is a bit better? We'll have to see. We'll see what our opponent gets up to. This collects, puts itself in a dangerous position. It's going to be vulnerable to both these creatures. This is probably just going to go back here anyway. I'm probably not going to be able to kill this for a while. So Teddy just gets like insane value out of this Willow. Willow could be a decent inclusion to this build as well, because it does enable the Ancient Boars. If you're playing into a lot of Rush, maybe consider it over the Octopus. Octopus is also very good. It's just a bit more flexible. Just a thought, I know this deck is still quite early in its development. I've only played it for a day. I've had a day's worth of laddering with it. So yeah, gonna take all that Faeria, move the Salamander, maybe just pass and just see what I get up to. I respect that. Just kind of anticipating my next move. The other one, Embrace, is So the Elderwood Embrace is a little worse on the Wood Elemental now that I think about it, because it doesn't challenge the Salamander. Because it'll only be at 4 attack, and I want to be able to clear both of them, ideally. That would be the dream. I'm half tempted to just take my last land now and slot this into double, and just keep this as my double collector. So let's do that. Let's get that last land in. Get you into double collection. We'll take the Elderwood. Clear this out. And then we'll go for a Mystic Beast in this spot here. Now I could have went for Octopus as a 5/5, I suppose, in case this gets answered. Maybe a little better, just because it challenges the Salamander. Yeah, actually, I take back the Mystic Beast if I could. I would go for an Octopus. So, misstep from me. The 5/5 is much more relevant. Because now I'm relying on a power-up. Mobility is quite nice, though. It does let me get to this tile. So if Teddy did want to summon something here, I can get to it. Goes for double neutral, very protective. Going for that Horsemaster, I think. We've seen a Horsemaster already. So yeah, definitely looking like a Horsemaster to me. Oh, no. Gonna be another Explorer. Again, using those neutrals. Just so good. Oh, now it gets the 1 life. Very nice. So this is very similar to what I'm playing. Like the core of the deck is very similar because we're both going for value. We're both taking value on stuff like the Explorers, the Willow. This guy's huge. I'm gonna have to fly with this one at some point if I can draw it. So yeah, I really like this deck from Teddy. It looks really cool. Clear this. I wish I'd drawn this Elderwood so I could have +1'd. I could have Frog Tossed this. I could then power up and then clear this out. Oh, this is tough. So I basically stay at 5 life. I do force this to finish it. So I think the Elderwood is going to be the call here because I Elderwood up to 9. I hit this. I go back down to 5. That means the Salamander can't finish this off. It has to be the Explorer. The Explorer can move here, finish this off. I can move the Wood Elemental into this position, and then the Wood Elemental can finish off this guy, and then maybe summon an Octopus below. Yeah, we'll move this here, and we'll get an Octopus down. 3/5 jump. I say a 5/5. Let's take a 5/5 in this position. 5/5 works quite well in some ways against Horsemaster, because if Horsemaster hits this and this comes here, it has to kill the Wood Elemental, and then I can use the 5/5 to finish it off instead of relying on my 6/5, which, to be fair, is a little better for me right now. Not by much, you know. I don't know. The 6 attack may not be that relevant. Depends if Groundshaker's in the deck. Just gonna take the trade. That's fine. The clear, sorry. So we get to finish this off with the Wood Elemental. Then we're still in the double collection position. We have a Frog Tosser open. Ancient Boar, very nice. That's a very nice draw, guys. I like it. Right, we're gonna go for a. Do we go? I think we go for a +1 actually. Set up a Frog Tosser on the follow-up play. Yeah, let's play the Faeria game. We can block this collection spot. We can move this into a better position. So this can still double collect, but it can now also challenge any creatures. So Salamander moves here and goes for like another Salamander combo. The Shift Octopus can still get stuff done, but it's probably just going to sit there and double collect until I find another Elemental to replace it, or get an opportunity to use Frog Tosser. It's very hard to in these long kind of grindy value games. It can be quite difficult to keep track of everything that's gone on. I don't have like a pad of paper next to me and just writing down everything my opponent plays. So we're in this war of attrition. We're trying to win this side. This well is what's being contested right now. We're both trying to take control of it. Because I'm collecting from here, my opponent's collecting from here, and these are unchallenged. But this well is... This is anyone's well right now. It's hard to say if I can keep it. I'm currently doing a pretty good job. Now, I'm able to double collect off of it, but also Teddy's been able to collect off it as well. And using that +1 to gain that extra Faeria. As you can see, you know, the Salamander's considering the move for an extra Salamander combo. And that puts the Octopus in a good position. Okay, going for the boar, into the Bone Collector, into a Salamander? Oh, this is a big Salamander. Oh my goodness, look at this. That is a huge Salamander. And that's a huge Willow. This Willow's getting out of hand. Alright, I can collect +1 Frog Tosser Crystal Flower. It's not good though. I don't like it. Let's take a draw. Alright, it looks like I'm just going to have to start using Frog Tossers. Just get him going, you know. See, this is the worst thing about it, because I don't get value out of this because of the positioning. So I need to maybe hit something else. Maybe just hit the boar and clear the boar, but then I give away this well. Alright, let's hit this boar. This takes value. Ooh, I don't know, guys. I'm a little lost of what to do here. I must be honest. This is very hard. I feel like I'm slowly losing this game now. This is the last Salamander. I guess if I could get through these next few turns, if I can keep on the wells, you know, keep collecting, keep my value going. You know, this is pretty much the base level of everything I have to deal with. There is a Gift of Recoas. Gift of Recoas I do have to consider as well. This guy's just going to get swallowed. I have a Crystal Flower waiting for this. So when I do get eventually to that position where I can start hitting my opponent, I can flower this up. So he's going to take some value, and that's kind of fine by me because I want to Frog Tosser this. Anyway, that's the plan. I'm hoping to draw the Emperor's Command. If I can get an Emperor's Command, I'll be in a much better position, and this is also going to become a problem. Ooh, beautiful. All right, it's business time, guys. We're in. So let's command this. Can collect. Frog Tosser this guy. The sad thing is, it is going to generate a frog. But I feel that's fine. I'm just going to have to accept that, you know, my opponent is going to be able to clear these frogs and get value. The most important thing Frog Tosser is doing for me now is just removing stuff. This Bone Collector might be my Crystal Flower target after all, because Willow's out of the way. It's not really a threat right now. It's just a collector. I can trade here. It's not bad. A little cautious of a Gift of Recoa. Ugh, that's a big Salamander. This died to the Frog Tosser. But this goes up to a 6/6. We are starting to lose control of this side, guys. Oh no. Oh no. What do I need to draw? It's not bad. Right, we're putting this as a 7/3 to kill the Bone Collector. Worst case scenario is we kill the boar. Horsemaster is really strong here. Can just Horsemaster, make an aggressive land, clear this, and go from there. Get nice positioning. So I need a power up. I need that power up, guys. And I'm gonna have to take a draw again. So it's okay, actually. That's absolutely fine. That is a power up. These two now trade. What do I set up as a double collector? Wood Elemental seems a little greedy here. I think I play the Wood Elemental for safety more than anything. Double neutral. Yeah, I feel that the Wood Elemental's a safer line just because of Horsemaster. Because if this gets cleared by the Willow, do I care that much? Probably not. Is that a Ground Shaker? Oh, it's a Garadan! Oh, no! This deck has some ideas that I quite like Tephra, for example. Maybe I could run Tephra. I don't have the resource generation of Rakoan, so Rakoan Reveler does. I don't have that option, which is a problem. Everything's a problem right now. Jeez. Everything's just a little too big for me to handle at this point. Just a teeny bit too big. Garadan, you're such a pain. I can Crystal Flower, but it's kind of delaying the inevitability more than anything. Let's take a draw. It's a guidance. I'm going to throw in a towel here. I don't see a way I come back from this position. Yeah, we'll call it surrender. And Teddy takes a game from me, ending my win streak. No, Teddy, why would you do that to me? But tell you what, like deck, pretty cool. Teddy's onto something there. Same concept as mine, just more grindier, more control orientated, because the Blazing Salamander requires like positional setup, whereas my deck is just play value guys, go in and hope that you can like win well control. Very cool, very cool. I like it, Teddy. Let's get into another game. Alright guys, another match here. Rainforest Explorer, always a great start. Water Elemental, get to get those early lakes down. Just for the guidance, it doesn't really line up with anything. And Wood Elemental, even better. I much prefer going for a 3-5. Apart from if I'm playing against yellow, I probably would want to go down the other way and get the +1/+1 to dodge the Choking Sands. So yeah, let's get this Explorer going nice and early. We'll get our Elementals. We can go Lake, get our Mystic Beast spot, and then a 4/6 Explorer to challenge Zagami Warrior. There's Lake. Alright. Elderwood Embrace, what a draw. And we are in the double collection. 2 Elementals later. Mystic Beast spot set up. 2 lands away from Frog Tosser. Pretty good. Pretty good. This doesn't run the max elemental package. I basically found that I didn't always need them. Like free land, the deck gets going on free lands because you can play your octopus, you can play your boar, you can play a beast. The additional lands are mainly for the benefit of Frog Tosser. And you know, elementals do help. The elementals help get into this position, right? If my opponent, if I didn't have elementals and I was just playing slow, my opponent could get into here and we could just contest each other. So I do like elemental starts for this purpose, and that's why there's 2 of each. I could very much cut, I could very much cut the water elementals and go back up to another wood elemental, leaving 1 slot open, and just build lakes myself. For the lakes benefit the Rainforest Explorer and the Mystic Beast and the Frog Tosser. So it's not a very lake-heavy deck. Going for the Octopus. Elderwood Octopus. Okay. That's a big octopus. 5-9. I can go up to a 5-7. But I don't have that extra 2 power to finish this off, unfortunately. So what I could do is I could build land here, then just Elderwood this. Up to a 4-8. Keep this locked in position. And that'll give me a bit of time to work towards potentially getting another power up, setting up the Rainforest Explorer. I die to an Empress Command and power up. So yeah, let's do that. Let's just keep this locked in. This lets us double collect. We're winning the resource war this way, unless there is some form of removal like a Crystal Flower. Or double power up. Double power up would be brutal. The deck doesn't do too well against like lots of power ups. That's the problem. Goes for +1. So willing to just like, oh, Gift of Rakoa. Yeah, it's a big octopus. Got to grind it out, I think, with our own octopus. Let's jump here. Let's take an octopus. There's a 5-5. Maybe I could run Gift of Rakoa. Maybe that's where that slot can come from, from dropping the water elementals. I don't know, there's still a lot of flexibility for me. I can do a lot of different things. I just need to figure them out. That's where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with the build overall. Like, I've got the power-up idea then. I'm using Guidance. Maybe that could become Gift of Rakoa instead. I can flood quite quickly. Maybe this is the future, guys. Gift of Rakoa Explorer decks. just pure value. Fight value for value. A desert. Okay. Interesting. You got my attention. I want to know more. Cool. Right, we're in a pretty good position now. Let's take this and clear you out. Go for the Frog Tosser. No, we'll go for this first, actually, because I want this in a position where it can challenge the Sagami. Sagami might take value, but it doesn't matter because the Rainforest will just kill it anyway. A power up would have been better than Rainforest because I could have like Frog Tossed this and then just Elderwood or Guidance on the Frog. Just pushing out a reach as Sagami Warrior. This Rainforest Explorer might be my avenue for aggression. Depending on what my opponent gets up to. Double neutrals here, if I can move onto this land, into a Rainforest right next to the orb, could be pretty deadly. If this gets left alone, I can just double neutral this way, and build a Rainforest Explorer, or just go like this. Something to consider for future turns, for sure. This could involve Skyaxe. We've seen Desert now. We've seen Lakes. Aurora's Creation, Skyaxe, Gift of Rakoa. Could be a lot of Explorers in here. We've already seen Explorers from Teddy. The 5-5. I consider this the best Explorer, personally. I've always been a fan of this card. I used to use it in old Wish decks before Oversky came out. Failed experiment. Oh my goodness. That is a monster of a card. Let's take a draw. It's a beast. So the Frog Tosser plus one of these guys will be able to finish it off. I think that's fine. So you can come down here, hit the beast, and then I can just Elderwood the Frog Tosser, or I can Elderwood one of these and just finish it off, and then just maybe set up another Rainforest. So it's kind of a lamb to the slaughter. Maybe I shouldn't have played anything, actually. Maybe I should have just sat there and passed and let it trade. Maybe, yeah, that was probably a waste of a beast. But then again, I still have creatures on board. And this does play around Wind Soldier a little bit, or maybe Soul Drain, just making sure I keep something down. Battletoads. Alright. Oh, I get good value now. I can Elder with this. Runin! Haven't seen you yet. Not sure how... Actually, Runin should be pretty good here. I can just Elder with you. Buy Big Octopus. Do we need Runin this turn? I want to dash Runin here. So I'm just going to take +1 into Rainforest Explorer, into Double Collection. We'll double collect next turn, and then we'll just Runin into this spot here. Assuming nothing gets played there. Battletoads number 2. That's okay, that's okay. I can still rune in here. Take a draw as well. It's a nice pickup. Allows us to set up a Mystic Beast in this position if we do lose board control. This is what I love about this deck. Like, the combination of Mystic Beast and Ancient Boar, like, very cheap ways to get back onto the board, get back into the game. 4/5s are pretty good. Like, they're pretty good stat lines. And that's why we're seeing stuff like the Tiaga Explorer probably becoming quite strong. You know, it challenges Ancient Boars. It also clears out Mystic Beasts. 5 life is kind of an interesting number right now. Like, Ground Shaker obviously kills it, but you go mono red if you want the Ground Shaker. Maybe you splash it into something. Heralds, don't see much of them anymore. Grove Guardians, again, we don't see much of them anymore. So 5 might be the new 6, in terms of life at least. Let's see what my opponent gets up to. Maybe double neutral collect. Maybe just go back over here and just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna send my frog over. I'll allow you to take. I'll throw away the left side because the frog can double collect. But very vulnerable to Frog Tosser, which will just set up a double collector for me on the right hand side. Gonna clear Runin. That's fine by me. She comes back much stronger next turn. Lock in with the taunt. Nope, going for the 5/5. So we're gonna move. We do give up collection this turn. Going for the board control line. It's a beast. Look at that. That is just beautiful. That is just beautiful, guys. Kill the threat, set up the cheap collector with jump. Feels good. I have Crystal Flyer for anything too scary that shows up. You might just see a scoop. Nope, no scoop yet. It's fair enough. Right. Runin is going in. She is getting aggro right up in his grill here. 6/6 and a 4. We got 6/6 and a 4/5. We have 10 damage on board now, representing a 2-turn lethal. Pretty good. Gonna demand some serious answers. No Sky Whale yet. We're still 2 lands away from the Sky Whale. You can see a Crystal Flower, but that doesn't stop the Mystic Beast. And where would you even play it? I guess you play it here, double neutral, but then I just jump here, hit face, and go for it next turn. Unlocking Runin, and we still have to double collector until that Rainforest Explorer. Still harvesting that Faeria. These cards are great, guys. I definitely recommend trying them out in any kind of dual color deck or tri-color deck that you're running. If you're looking just for a solid 4-cost creature, Explorer might just have you covered, depending on what deck you're playing. Opponent's thinking about this. This is a lot of pressure. I don't even know what a yellow, green, blue deck has available here as an option. Could Frog Tosser this and try and just regain, but the beast can just jump back down and kill the frog. And Runin still gets to push damage. So maybe just build towards that Frogify if it's even there. Going for the Phantasm. Okay. I will take a draw here. Now I can just trade, I guess. Or I could just flower it and then push. And flower seems like the best line here. And move this up just in case I need to challenge something on this tile. Excuse me. Because on this position I don't really have access to anything here. At least I can move here and kill something there, or kill something here, or kill something here. And there we have it, victory on the cards. Looking good, guys. Lost to Teddy, but that was a really good match. But yeah, this deck is pretty strong. Let's get into another game. Alright guys, we're going to wrap it up with this game. We've been playing some long matches. I do want to keep these videos under an hour if I can. This hand's actually really good. I get to play Forest, Rainforest, Explorer, Lake into Boar. Keep the Elderwood Embrace. You know what, I'm going to keep it. Let's do it. I quite like this hand. It gives me a turn 2 play, a turn 3 play. What more could I ask for? Start off with that Forest as well. Elderwood Embrace is such a good pickup because it basically means that this Rainforest Explorer can challenge most creatures in a head-on match. So if we do meet up somewhere along the way, I can Elderwood and just bop it. That's a way to put it. Air Elemental coming down and just splitting. So this looks like a control strategy already. Oh, see, this is where I wish I went Lakes now, but my hand didn't really play towards it. But now I'm in Choking Sands range. And if this gets Choking Sands, I'm actually in big trouble. Big trouble, because I can't play the Ancient Boar. If I can make Ancient Boar and then this gets Choking Sands, then so what? It's done its job. Air Elemental, nice, okay. No Choking Sands. Good little elemental split from our opponent there. Yep, let's get the piggy down. I'm happy to pass here. I think even if a soul drain comes down, I still have the boar. It looks like my opponent's going to move into between these wells. I'm going to probably do the same on the left side, just move into the wells. Even potentially just push up depending on what I pull. So if I pull an elemental, I'll play more aggressive. But right now it's looking more like this is looking like it's going to be a bit of a grindy game for me. Could this be an Oath deck? Going for those 5 deserts. It's looking like flyers to me so far, but one can dream, right? Seeing an Oath or yeah, Oath to Oblivion on a Village Elder or something. It's going to be a Windborn champion. Oof. Oof, that's painful. Okay. No. That's all I have to say to you. I'm so afraid of mobility, yet I'm so afraid of Nightmare. Do I pre-buff this in anticipation of a mobility trick, or do I ignore it in anticipation of a Nightmare? Decisions. I could also play around the mobility trick by using Crystal Flower, which also plays around the Nightmare. So maybe Crystal Flower is just the way forward. Yeah, okay. Crystal Flower does seem pretty good in this position. Does mean the boar can move up. If I play it central, I'm going to go for a lake here next turn and go for the Mystic Beast anyway. And then I could just double neutral maybe and just slot this into double collection. I want this in a weird spot. I don't want it in a conventional space. So yeah, let's take the flower. The flower looks pretty solid here. It plays around both of the problems I had. It plays around Nightmare because my opponent now has no Faeria to Nightmare, and it plays around mobility because my opponent's creature is now sealed away in this Crystal Flower. Looks like deciding to play a more aggressive movement or just slot into the double collection. So I have to go for the double collection. I respect that. Kaleem coming down. Alright. We have an Emperor's Command. Let's take a lake. Go for that Mystic Beast. We potentially have the first strike on our opponent, depending if there's on mobility here. My opponent could use mobility to zip down here, hit my orb. But I can respond with land into Elderwood Embrace and then finish it off. And then I could even Emperor's Command my own flower and then finish this off as well, if I really want to. It very much depends on what happens next. Might see Kaleem just chill here. This just double collects for Kaleem anyway. Kaleem can just sit here and wait for the Mystic Beast to act and play more reactive. Could play more proactive if there is a mobility trick. This could defend preemptively, which I don't like. You know, yellow does have a lot of movement options, so they can kind of sit back and wait for those opportunities. He is highlighting Kaleem, so it's looking like a Flash Wind. Maybe just to crack open the flower. Which is okay, I don't really mind that so much. It's not too bad. Gonna move back preemptively. No, gonna move in for a more aggressive hit here, taking the Soul Drain or the Wind Soldier just to finish off the Mystic Beast. I like it. That's really nice. It leaves my boar in a really awkward position. Frog Tosser. Nope. Don't get it. I'm not allowing nice things. Runin's pretty good here. Runin not only survives Kaleem, but is also a kind of annoying card for yellow to deal with if they don't run flower. They can remove it, sure, but it comes back. No, we know what Runin does now. It's just a nuisance. It needs transform, it needs swallow. This is the best way to deal with a card like Runin. Good to see this fly away. It's not bad actually. Can just fly here. Fly here. Just get out of the way. Get out of dodge. I'm going to take one last land here, and maybe even take double neutral, so neutral, neutral. And this gives me a good explorer land for later if I want to play aggressive explorers. Could even consider the Emperor's Command Elderwood on this. It looks like it's a lot of cards to answer a 5/5, don't get me wrong, but that is a forest into a swordfish. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Swordfish having its land cost reduced. 4/7, good stats. The 4 attack puts out a range of Choking Sands. It can kill heralds. It can do a lot of stuff actually. It's pretty good now. This has one more turn on it. I think I just run in. Yeah, I think I just run this in and just play it again. I could double Elderwood, but I want to keep an Elderwood to finish off the champion. Hello, Runin. Welcome back. So the Swordfish was a good way to stall, but it didn't answer the problem. It actually just gave me a reason to replay Runin this turn, keep my hand nice and light, lots of cards to choose from going into the next couple of turns. Like I said, I am strongly considering the Emperor's Command Elderwood to clear the 5/5, because that 5/5 is going to be very difficult for me to deal with because it just flies around the place. I played Yellow Flyers last episode. I know how champions are. They are a pain to deal with if you don't have hard removal or transform effects. I don't have any of those sort of things, unless I pick up another flower so I can reflower it. But even then, I'm not even sure I'd want to do that. I'd like to keep flower for something else if I can. So let's just see what happens. We might just see these two run into Runin just to clear it. That's fine. I'm good with that. No, is Kaleem going for a more aggressive stance? Taking a Flash Wind here or a mobility trick? Push some damage? That's fair. Interesting. It must be a Fnatic. Oh, it's a champion. Okay. So, like, another champion to answer. It's very unfortunate. Water Elemental, not lining up with the things I want right now. So I can clear this. I am gonna crack this open. I know it might seem a bit odd, but I need to deal with this. You know, it's a problem. It's a really big problem. This does block collection here, and they do trade at this point. It's pretty good for me. Problem is Kaleem is left to kind of do what he wants. He can move here, hit my orb, take a desert into a follower. These could trade at that point then, because that's just 5 damage per turn that I have to deal with. Runin is heavily out of position. Could even be cleared. I actually wouldn't mind ignoring Runin at this point. Don't even bother finishing it off with the Air Elemental. Just let Runin kind of sit in this really awkward position. The double Air Elemental really messed me up because I didn't have time to prepare for the champions. I've kind of had to just deal with them very early. So yeah, it's looking tough. Desert, yeah. I like this trade then. If you're gonna go for this line, I want to see this piggy die. Because it can take value on the Kaleem. Oh, Emperor's Command. That's just mean. Oof. Another follower sits in hand ready. Oh dear. So I can replay Kaleem. That is an option, but the problem is another desert comes down here, and then yeah, follower moves here, hits. Follower comes down here, hits. Kaleem hits again. That's 7 damage. And how do I deal with the followers? And the Air Elemental that's going to be creeping up on me. So Kaleem not looking like the best option right now. Not Kaleem, sorry, Runin not looking like the best option. Oh, how do I deal with this? I think I just need Frog Tosser. Wood Elemental's not bad, okay. I can work with Woody. Let's clear this out. We just need a bit of damage control. There's too much damage going around right now. I don't want to build land here. I don't like the idea of that. All right, Woody, it's up to you, buddy. You are single-handedly keeping me in the game right now. This can't be answered, and I get to clear Kaleem. I'm in a good spot. That doesn't stop all the followers punching the lights out of me, but it does give me a little bit of time. Could maybe draw a guidance, get a heal going. So I could, like, maybe, I don't know, water elemental guidance, mystic beast guidance. We'll have to see. But I'm fully expecting some smog. Okay. That's fine. Kaleem is dead. His followers still doing his work. Still punching me in the orb. Oof. Ooh. Emissary. No. I need a frog tosser. I got a frog tosser. That's good. I will have 1 life remaining. 1 life. 1 health. Keep me in this game right now. Wind Soldier is lethal. Forest into power up is lethal. Lots of lethals available. Goes for the draw. 5 damage. 2 damage. 1 life remaining. I need some guidance runing. Oh, this could just be another wing. This could just be another massive creature. It's a swordfish. How do I deal with this? Frog tosser. Swordfish is probably just going to seal the match out here. I didn't draw guidance anyway, so well played to my opponent. And we're going to just throw in the towel and conclude this episode of Become a God. I got mixed up there, but yeah, Become a God. Wrapping it up. Like I said, I want to keep things within an hour if I can. I don't want to go over an hour with these episodes. Went 2-2 in the end. Again, I felt like I just lost to the air elementals more than anything in this game. But we had some really good matches. The game against Teddy was fantastic. I got to see an awesome deck. This deck's really cool as well. I like it. You know, I've just played Yellow Flyers, so I can respect seeing a different type of Yellow Flyers from this player. But yeah, fantastic decks, fantastic games overall. That wraps up this episode of Become a God. And like I said, great games overall. I'm very happy with how this deck has performed. I don't think it's finished. I feel like there could be some refinements. I've seen some ideas from the matches I've played today, which have been very helpful. You know, like the Gift of Rakoa could definitely come in here, I feel. I could maybe drop the Water Elementals and then go more towards the Gift of Rakoa from that position. And just rely on the Wood Elementals, because I'm only building lakes for the Frog Tosser and the Rainforest Explorers. Oh, and the Shifting Octopus, but only needs 1 lake, so 2 lakes are my max. I'm not really needing any more lakes than that. So Water Elemental could come out. So I am going to have a look at refining this build, maybe finding some other tools, like the Gift of Rakoa, maybe even consider some other cards as well. I'll have a look through. If you guys have any ideas, be sure to leave a comment below and just let me know. We can maybe work on this deck together. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, drop a subscribe to keep up to date of when our content goes live. Last week, if you guys did not know, if you're watching this video and you're just returning to Faeria or haven't been in the loop, we had a massive balance patch where 34 cards were changed. I've done my initial review of the balance patch and those cards in this video, so be sure to check it out and just get up to speed of what's happening within the world of Faeria. So until next time, guys, take care and enjoy my blue-green mid-range.